Listener, do you know why free trials renew without your consent? It's a business scam out to get you. Don't let greedy corporations pocket your money. Download Truebill today to take control of your subscriptions. Truebill is the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions that you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Wow. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in just one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. I am a Truebill user. I have been for several years. I love it. I've saved so much money. I highly recommend it. I am that gay that signs up for everything because I got the first month free. And Truebill has saved me that extra cash when I inevitably forget to unsubscribe. Truebill has over 2 million users and helped them save over $100 million, like Matthew B., who says, in a matter of seconds, I saved $660 for the year on my DirecTV bill, saved $120 for the year on my SiriusXM bill, and saved $840 a year on car insurance. Don't fall for the subscription scams, listener. Start canceling today at Truebill.com/Ashley. Go right now, Truebill.com/Ashley. It could save you thousands of dollars a year. One more time, Truebill.com/Ashley.
I cannot explain how, truly gay that is. This is, the essence of lesbianism. All I wanted for all of my birthdays was a pocket watch. We just wanted to be, slick, Western gentlemen that, could take your gal to the ball. You know what I mean? I saw the movie Holes growing up, and I loved it. And I, really wanted to be one of those boys that, was digging the holes. I swear to God, I got a canteen for my birthday and a shovel. And my parents sent me into the backyard and I dug holes for days.
How you doing, Bottom Nation? It's your top, Ashley Gavin. Who else would be screaming at you into the microphone, right? It's me. My full-time right-hand guy, editor, producer, production assistant, Alex, is on full-time thanks to your Patreon donations. And we're coming out with another You're Having Gay Sex bonus episode this week with your fan favorite from last week, Jake Cornell. And then we've got a live show version of that, all on the Patreon, patreon.com/WHGS. No tour dates for now, just a lot of New York shows. My show every Sunday, Kate's show Saturday. I believe it's a Saturday. I'm not sure about that. Whatever day of the week December 9th is, that's definitely not a Saturday. Go to that show. Go to Kate's Instagram, Kate to 10K. Thank you guys for making, just a corny audio note for me, thank you for making hiring Alex possible. I couldn't do it without the Patreon. I couldn't do any of this without the Patreon, even if I were still solo. So if you can donate as little as $1 a month, it goes a really long way. It's paying Alex's salary, and supporting the creation of this art. And now you get the biggest benefit ever, which is every week, every other week, you're getting a bonus episode with a guest, and we're reading your stories. It's called You're Having Gay Sex, and I'll be releasing a teaser of that. And on today's episode, we have Ali Kolbert. You guys know her. You love her. She's so I think she's one of the funniest people on the planet, and she and I have gotten really close over the year since the last time we recorded. That's just a flex. And it's a great episode. We talk about the male identities that we wished we had as children because we had no gay role models, gay female role models or queer role models. I'm sure that'll resonate with you. Check it out. It's a fun episode. Hope you have a great week, guys. I hope you have a great week, Bottoms. I hope you get out there and you get topped into the ground in a fun way. We're in the apartment. We're having gay sex. We're having gay sex with Ali Kolbert, who is my friend now.
Yeah, we're friends now.
We didn't used to be friends.
I thought you hated me. Did we
I
talk
thought
about that?
you hated me.
Oh my gosh, it's one of
No.
those. Isn't it funny how that happens?
I was just intimidated. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm
You were so
can do this.
successful. You are so successful.
I was so successful.
But I felt...
and I'm not anymore.
No.
And now we're friends since I lost it all. Yeah, thank you.
Made you more palatable to me.
No, I wasn't successful when we
You
first
got
met.
everything. You've done Tonight Show, Lily Singh. I just thought this is
Lily Singh.
I
got it all.
The industry. It's so funny. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
The grass is always greener
Yeah.
on the other side. You always want what the other person has.
Well, I think that's universal, but the idea of like, oh, I think this person hates me. I don't think that happens to straight men.
What?
I don't think straight men are like would be friends, but
Oh
they're
man,
like,
I think Doug
oh,
fucking
he
hates
me, and Doug's like, oh, Frank hates me. It's like I don't think that happens.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think they think the other guy hates each other. I think they just want to hurt the other guy. You know what I mean? They're not like, I think Doug hates me. They're like, I think I want to kill Doug. It's less nuanced, but the aggression is still there. They're too self-involved to ponder what another person thinks.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense.
Straight male listener, write in. Have you ever hated someone?
Do you have straight male listeners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like listening to be like, yo, how do I find the clit again?
Well, I'm not gonna be helpful with that.
Look, I don't know why they listen, but I love that they listen. Danny, Derek, Khalid Rahman is a listener. Khalid Rahman, great comedian.
Oh, wow.
I love him.
And some others. Some guy started straight. Now he's Nate Bob. He's bi now. Shout out Nate Bob.
Nate
Nice.
Bob?
Yep.
One word?
One word. Nate Bob.
Yay.
Nate Bob.
Cat dog.
Cat dog? I
Nate
loved cat
Bob.
dog. I loved cat dog
Yeah.
growing up. Yeah.
My sister loved it too.
It made
Yeah.
me deeply uncomfortable.
It is weird. Also.
It was our first kind of introduction to the binary.
Yes, the dog.
I was like, I'm
the
dog.
cat-
I'm very much dog.
Yeah, the dog cat binary.
yeah.
I tweeted about how foxes are non-binary icons because they exist between the dog cat binary.
Oh, my gosh, that's funny.
That's true.
It did not get this deserved more. It did
Yeah.
not get enough on
I
Twitter.
have to say, I don't think it deserved more. I think it's good. I don't think it's that good. But I saw your
Allie,
horse joke come together.
Wait, can I say Ali is an incredible writer, and we've written together a couple times, and we will continue to write together.
I know. But we both got busy.
I'm so busy.
We're
with-
underwater.
But yeah, phenomenal writer.
Oh.
You've seen her. She's done everything. She's done every program that you can buy. NBC has booked her on every.
I have sucked so much dick at 30 Rock. I'm not even a good comedian, but every
a great
executive there, I fingered their asshole. I did Bring the Funny, Tonight Show, Today Show, Lily Singh. I don't know whose pussy I ate at 30 Rock, but I am in there.
They love you.
I am in there.
You're
Like,
gonna have your
my
show
God.
with NBC very soon.
we'll see. You know,
I can see
do
you
love
Aubrey
NBC.
Plazaing it on a Parks and Rec.
That's so nice of you. That's so nice of you. You have a pilot, don't you? You need to have a pilot.
LOL. I'm pitching a TV show.
What's it about?
This is the first time I've mentioned it out loud.
Yeah.
It's based on this podcast. It's like a Gilmore Girls style mom relationship, but chosen family between like a me and a young non-binary person, like an elder. It's like me and my audience, basically.
Whoa.
Like an elder mommy lesbian that lives with a young non-binary kid.
Do you all live together?
We all live together, me and the whole audience.
Wait, so
I actually rent out this whole building.
that's hilarious.
They pay me rent.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
You feel like you're the maternal kind of lesbian figure to a lot of people?
Yes.
Wow. So interesting. That's why I was intimidated by you originally.
You think so?
Just because you were so like actualized in like lesbianism. You went on your stage and you were like, when I remember seeing you at like Caroline's when I was starting comedy, maybe like must have been like
You'd already booked the Tonight Show.
a few years in. No, a few years in, I must have been like 19.
She had.
No, 19, and you were
Okay.
a little older than me. You still are a little older than me. But you'd be on stage being like, I'm a lesbian. I flip women. Who cares?
I flip women.
And I was like, whoa. Let's think about this first.
Listener, I have not said that. I have had a straight girl problem, but you've heard about it.
Yeah.
We have solved it.
You've solved that?
Well, the pandemic did.
thought
There's
that
no
was
straight
chronic.
women. What's that?
I thought those diseases were chronic.
I'm sober.
I think they are.
You're sober?
Sober off straight women.
Yeah. Straight women they'll get you. Like, I
They
think
will
I'm on the
get ya.
straight and narrow, and then I meet one, and I'm like, whoa, I'm feeling woozy. They fuck you up. They like get
They
in your
do.
brain.
They embed themselves in your skull.
Yeah. Or do you have a partner?
I do, yeah. So I've been freed from the curse.
We'll see.
Yeah. How long have you been together?
We've been together almost 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
To me, that's a red flag.
Go on. No, go on.
I'm looking at you. There's no way you're older than 25.
Oh, thank you.
So what does that mean? You've been with this person since you were 16?
They've been together
I'm
a long
older.
time.
Wow. Are you married?
We're engaged.
Holy fucking hell. This is a
And
disaster.
I am
This is a disaster.
alone.
You're fine. You don't want to be married right now.
You're like, you know what you are? You're like pre-dating. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're
Mhm.
pre-cum.
I'm
You're
pre-cum.
pre-cum.
You know what you are?
You're a tiny
You're
little
lubricant.
Your sex life is like lube. You're getting ready
Yeah,
for something.
I do.
I
I
hope
think
so.
you're getting ready for something.
I don't know.
But
You're
you're
on the
recovering
cusp.
from a breakup.
Yeah, and there was like we've been doing a postmortem, and it didn't go well at all. I'm not ready to talk. This is the first thing that I've like talked about on the podcast that I'm not ready to talk about.
Oh, okay.
And so I'd love to talk about it with you personally,
But not on the podcast.
but it's not going well, and it went not well in the middle of like a huge amount of work for me,
Yeah.
and also a cruise gig that I didn't have like Wi-Fi. I couldn't like go to my friends about it. And then on another episode we talk about it, like another horrible thing happened to me. I had a person at one of my shows complain about me in a really significant way because of my set. So like I had to go to security and stuff like that. It was just an awful week.
Nightmare.
That's where I'm coming from right now. But basically, because of all this, I have scheduled a number of super gay activities.
Yes, tell us what
Yeah,
you're
let's hear.
going to today.
I double scheduled therapy. I had 2 therapies last week.
Okay, normal.
I met with my fancy psychic,
All
which is
right.
also like therapy.
on
Yeah.
the edge.
And then she was like, yo, you got to have your heart crystal clean.
This sounds like an LA trip.
And
This sounds like you just went to LA.
did I not mention that I was in LA?
No, you weren't. You would tell me.
You
You gotta go to LA.
I hate
Ashley.
that you are in LA. It's so stupid. We became friends and now
I
you live
know.
in LA.
I know, but I'm trying to come back a lot.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
By coastal.
I'm trying. It's
I
so
like
exhausting.
your jumpsuit.
Thank you so much.
It's very cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Do you think I could pull something off like that?
Yeah, it's just sweatpants that match.
Listener, it's a onesie is what it is.
Yeah, it's just you could totally do
Tie-dye
it.
onesie.
Yeah, this is like dressed up for lesbians. This is like my gown, you know?
Semi-formal.
Yeah, semi-formal.
Yeah, so and then today, right after this, I'm going uptown and I'm going to because my fancy psychic was like, you need to see Karina. She's going to do the crystals on you. I don't know what any of this means. Basically, I am looking for opportunities to talk about my feelings and cry. I don't want the listener to be like, Ashley has gone full woo-woo LA. I have not. But like, I do think,
Yes, you have.
fuck off.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
No, what? So what are you doing
Okay.
uptown? You're getting your crystals cleaned or something?
She's going to clean my heart with her
crystals.
crystals.
Why don't you do, and we'll do it together and we can record it in some fashion. Why
Put it
don't
on
we do a
YouTube.
guided shrooms trip to
I've never done drugs.
Oh yeah, I remember that's
Anything,
weird
yeah.
about you.
But that's the one thing that I would do because
you gotta do it.
Because like it's like a scientific like thing. It's like
Yeah.
it's more than
It's
a
like
high.
math.
It's like
It's a journey.
It's really great.
done it?
I've never done it. I am scared. I keep saying
should
like
we all
I
do
don't
it together?
I don't think I'm well enough mentally to do it, and everyone's like, "That's when you gotta do it."
No, I disagree
when
with
you're
that.
unwell.
Le-
No, it's like
I
you're saying the
used
science
to
is
think-
like cures depression or something.
It does. It has. You can use it for depression
yeah,
and anxiety.
you
and
could
things.
microdose.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. But I used to think shrooms were like this scary thing, and then
Yeah.
I became addicted to them. And now
Not
I'm
scary
not
at
scared.
all.
No, but the experience of doing controlled mushrooms that are like natural,
Yeah.
you know, from the ground,
Yeah.
it's a grounded experience. You're not like out of your body. Like I'm more scared of myself after 3 shots.
Yeah.
yeah, I would never.
I promise you. Then if I'm on shrooms, I'm just like, whoa, I'm really seeing like you have good energy.
Right.
Whereas if I'm drinking, I'm like, should we like hook up? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna make a bad decision. I'm gonna see things clearly. I'm gonna come from love. I'm not gonna be like, oh, maybe I should like get fingered by this cab driver. you know what I mean?
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
That's
me too.
so funny.
But like for real, that's like
Yeah,
it's a
I
good
mean that's
place to
why I
be.
meditate because every now and
yeah.
then I get to like really incredible clear places and
Wait, you've like achieved
Nirvana? Yeah, I'm the Buddha.
I'm doing your course.
Are you fucking really?
Yeah.
the happiness one?
How do
I'm
you
on
like
week
it?
3.
How do you like it?
I like it a lot. It's like things that I've heard, you know, but like having it in one place is good.
Yeah.
Because you spoke so highly of it.
I love the course.
Yeah.
This is the
we were
science
doing
of
like
well-being
weekly
from you.
friend dates, writing. We
Yeah.
were like really like
We were doing it.
we were like really
fell
like
off.
buddy, like a buddy comedy.
We would be a good buddy comedy if we could possibly sell the story of two white lesbians who kind of vaguely look alike.
Why can't we do that? We could do it.
No, I don't think.
Really?
I just
You
don't
could do like
Not with that attitude.
you could be the villains in like the all-female reboot of Austin Powers.
It's like mean lesbians. Ding dong dykes. We were gonna do I don't know what that is. It sounds like an evil like.
It does.
The ding dong dykes.
Ding dong, the dykes are here.
We wear jumpsuits. We wear little matching jumpsuits with like Oompa Loompas. And just show up. That's so funny.
The tall one, the short one.
Yeah.
Well,
Or like Mario and Luigi. Ding dong dykes.
we were talking about like doing I don't know why this is coming up for me when we were talking about doing our lesbian festival.
Yes. I still want to do
I
that.
still want to do that
That sounds
too.
fun.
We want to have a big lesbian festival that's not oriented around like just hookups. Like a like a culture.
Yeah, it's
a
like all of these
lesbian
things that we're
culture.
talking about,
I thought
meditating and crystals and
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, we want to do a lesbian festival that's not just comedy. It's like lots of other stuff. You're like, it's not just fucking.
But I feel like most big lesbian parties are ultimately about finding another person.
yeah,
Okay.
because it's hard to
Okay.
find them. It was hard to find them in the 90s. Now I can't get away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and people are finally becoming interested in the subculture of lesbianism and queer life.
Okay.
What is the subculture?
I'm actually not sure.
Whittling.
Whittling.
We're totally not sure.
Wait, we should do the episode. Was this too inside baseball or was this fun friend banter?
Friend. Well, I have a
I'm
stutter.
insecure about myself because I get it too. I was up really late last night. You know when you get tired and
Yeah.
you hate yourself?
Yeah. Of
That's where
course.
I'm at right now.
Oh, okay. Should we just? Is there something you want to talk about that would make you feel
No,
more
I think
secure?
I covered it. I think.
Was this the whole episode?
No, thank you so much for being here.
Now, how many minutes in are we? 45?
A 15. We're actually doing okay.
teasing, but-
other than the fact that I do have to go uptown for my crystal reading.
Okay, so that was kind of a cold open that you feel kind of insecure about. So I'm glad we have that checked off.
Let's do some intros that you'll fuck up.
Yeah. Okay.
I was totally teasing and you took that to heart.
Ali, you are a great guest. I'm so glad you're here. You're my friend. We in the apartment. We're having gay sex. We're having gay sex with Ali Kolbert, who you've seen on every NBC program ever made. Not going? No soundboard today. He unplugged it. Fulton. Every NBC program
Thank you so much.
ever. A friend of the pod on the show this week. This won't be out in time, but if you missed her, fuck you. Listener, if you're listening from Uganda, which some of you are, fuck you for not making it to my New York City show.
God damn it.
I'm really glad that you're here. I'm Ashley Gavin. I'm a cis gay white woman, she, her pronouns. And as always, the cancel coach to keep me from getting canceled. Don't let them near your scrum. Rugby gays.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. I just wanted to say scrum.
I know what it means, but I also know what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Scrum? Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's when they're all together in like a big kind of
Mosh pit.
human knot together.
A human scrotum.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Scrum.
They'd give anything for a human scrotum. Give it up for Kate Sis.
Hey everybody, it's me, Kate Sis, the cancel coach, the fat in the chat. I'm a white bisexual lesbian dyke, and my gender of the week, as submitted by the listeners, is a chocolate bar that you leave in your pocket so long that it melts.
They are on top of it.
They are on
like
top
they
of it.
really know you.
They
better
really
than
are
you
doing
do.
a great
That is a
job.
great.
That's your
gender.
so you have a new gender every week?
Yeah,
Yep.
That's
they
clever.
get to choose.
They get to pick.
That's fun. What have your past genders been?
Sandlot kid.
Oh my god.
I got
Lunch
one of the
lady.
Stranger Things kids. You can guess which one. And last episode we recorded was that a gorilla Turk from Tarzan.
I don't know who that is.
Really?
Neither.
I'll Google it.
Yeah.
Do you mind introducing yourself?
Hi, I am Ali Kolbert. She, her pronouns. What else do I say? My gender of the week.
Sure.
I've only ever been female, so I guess this week I'll do male.
Damn, here we go.
Canceled.
Bring, meow, bing. She's canceled. Yeah.
Actually, you can't cancel someone for identifying how they want to identify.
No,
That's
I
true, I'm
identify
canceled.
female. I identify female. I identify female. You know, the thing is, though, growing up, I feel like, am I leading the podcast now?
This is perfect.
Growing up, I was a super, big tomboy.
Yeah.
was such a tomboy.
I did want to. Yeah, go.
Yeah, you did want to ask that. And I wondered what that was about because I then, I present now, like, I think pretty feminine.
Yeah.
And am consider myself femme, even though I do have, like, masculine energy inside of me.
Yeah.
Which, like, yeah, if you, like, know me, you know that I'm, like, I have this, like, inside of me, this, like, dominant dykey energy that I see myself. Like, sometimes I put clothes on, I'm like, God, you look like a dyke. On the outside, everyone's like, that's like a little Girl Scout. You know what I mean? But growing up, I would, like, dress like a tomboy.
Yeah.
And I think about now, and this might be, like, too intense to get into on the podcast.
No.
But, like,
No.
you know, I think about, like, when people transition really early, I think about, like, how I probably wanted to be a boy at that age. And, like, now I have, like, the tools and, like, the knowledge and all of these things. I know I don't identify as trans. I know I don't have, like, the trans experience. I don't feel like I'm a man inside a woman's body. But I know I felt like I wish I was a dude.
Yeah.
I would be with girls. I wish I was a dude at that point.
That's the great thing about puberty blockers is it can just put that off, that like irreversible change while the child like makes a decision with their providers and parents.
Yeah. I was actually looking up, remember Angelina Jolie's kid?
Yeah. John
Jolie
Pitt. Shiloh.
Shiloh presented.
Goes by John
now.
I thought
so.
went
I
by
think
John.
is now presenting more femme. I don't want to make a definitive statement because
Absolutely.
I have no idea. I haven't researched it, but I was like, oh, I wonder how Shiloh's doing.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was so cool that look, I don't know anything about this family. There are probably super problematic things happening that in the news that I have no idea about. So listeners, like, please know that I'm coming to this with zero knowledge.
Shiloh poaches your fan base.
And because I have zero knowledge, I feel really free to speak about it, and I'm gonna torch my entire career right now. But I was like, that is so cool that they are just letting this kid express themselves the way that they want to express themselves.
Totally.
And then I went and looked, and it looked like I have no idea, but they were now expressing themselves more traditionally femme.
Yeah.
And I was just like, so cool that they're just able to like go through life exploring all these different sides of themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Nice.
like that. Yeah. That should be so much more. I mean, that wasn't the case when we were growing up, right?
Not at all.
Like that was like,
I was
all
a
of
super
those-
mask little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
I'm
too.
sure. Oh my God. You probably came out with a little like tuxedo on.
I feel like I'm
asked
like
for
now.
a tuxedo at age 5.
Are you serious?
You're such like a gentleman.
Do you have pictures of that?
Probably.
You should charge patrons $100 to get their hands on that.
Here's what happened. I was obsessed with the circus. I wanted to be the ringleader in a
my
circus so
gosh.
bad that I made my mother buy me a little tuxedo with a cummerbund.
I assumed you went to a wedding or something.
No,
No.
I cannot explain how like
That's my
truly
gender.
gay that is. Like this is honestly, I have a story that speaks to that feels like a kindred like spirit type of thing, and this is like this is like the essence of lesbianism. All I wanted for all of my birthdays was a pocket watch.
Dude, I had a big thing for pocket watches as well.
Like we just wanted to be like slick, like Western gentlemen that like could take your gal to the ball. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
That's exactly. I remember
I swam in my shorts too. I didn't wear like a bathing
Totally.
suit.
I had like boy shorts. I would have like a surf shirt too, long sleeve.
I was like I was not a classy tomboy. I was like the opposite. Like I had cargo pants that zipped off at the knee.
You're a white trash tomboy.
But
And I had, like,
I do think
my
there's
button
different.
down-
I do think there's different like pockets of this like gender
Yes.
expression. I do think that like Trump supporter white trash guy is a form of like liberal lesbian expression.
Yes.
Like Guy Fieri.
Right. Guy Fieri is lesbian representation.
Guy Fieri, famous ally of the gays.
He is.
He is.
Didn't he marry like 100 couples in one day or something?
I don't know what he did, but I think his sister's gay.
Yeah, she is.
His sister's guy.
Yeah, and
Is
he
it?
is a
That's funny, I didn't
lesbian,
know that.
and but also, and then the other representation is like a steampunk, like
Right.
like old timey Western, or like it's like really
It's interesting.
yeah.
I saw the movie Holes growing up and I loved
yeah.
it. And I like really wanted to be one of those boys that like was digging the holes. So for my
You're
birthday,
like, put me in a prison work camp so I can live out my tomboy fantasy of being abused by adults until I find treasure.
I swear to God, I got a canteen for my birthday and a shovel. And my parents send me into the backyard and I dug holes for days. I was like, this is me. I'm digging a hole.
They're like, why are we paying for private school?
I was also doing that, but specifically because I was a paleontologist dyke.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what I was?
What?
Similar. Vagabond. All I wanted to do was put a little stick on my shoulder with
that
a little
bandana.
hanky.
I understand that like so deeply in my bones. Like that makes sense to me.
There was this is
You know
pretty
what it was?
toxic.
This
but
is so obvious. There was a range of 3-dimensional flawed male characters on television.
yeah,
And there was like 2 types of women.
yes,
Right.
And we were like, wow, so many men that you can be.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And they all date women. This is why representation matters.
yeah, we wouldn't have been choosing the kids from holes.
mine was worse than both of those, which was I was like, when I thought about the future, I saw myself as like an old man in war. Like I
I get
literally
that too.
in middle school like read like a Hemingway book and was like, that will be me. 80 years old in 1940 dying in war.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would write like novels like on Word documents, just get like 30 pages in.
Yeah.
And like they would all just be about me reflecting on my life as a young boy.
Oh wow.
Like so I understand that. It's like this wisdom of knowing I'm not that, but like I identify with like the one who gets chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it for me too. Like I knew I didn't really want to be a boy. Like I knew that wholeheartedly, but I wanted to be the person who got chicks.
Totally. Me too,
Yeah.
but I didn't see chicks getting chicks, so I was
Yeah,
like, might as well
exactly.
take my top off and make a time of it.
Well, so that's interesting because as soon as I don't know if this happened to you guys. I don't think it happened to you, Ashley. Absolutely not. But I don't think it physically could. There was like a point. So I'm wearing my fucking cargo shorts. My one button down shirt had like a number 3 on it. Like I was like,
It's like the country Squid Games.
and there got to a point where I started wearing the button down unbuttoned with like the lowest cut camisole I could find.
Nice.
To try to like attract a mate. And then that very quickly
male mate?
Yeah, well, you know, because
A male mate?
I'm like
Male mate.
bisexual, so I was interested in them. And also, to be fair, when you're like 12, the boys look like girls, so like who cares?
Okay.
And then that slowly, as I got older,
When
into
you're
my
12
teens,
or you live in Bushwick and you're queer.
I'll take little Timmy. I'll take him for a spin.
remember the swoop hair?
He's got a
of like
hole,
the
too.
early 2000s. But so then that slowly
Yes, of
turned
course.
into like tight jeans, and then it was like V-necks and like long hair.
Oh, yeah, no.
And I like hard pivoted into
No.
femininity, but I think it was specifically as a
tried.
way to get fucked. I was like, somebody please fuck me. And the ironic thing,
Right, I was fucking.
the ironic thing is I wasn't like necessarily comfortable in those clothes, so I wasn't attracting anyone.
Right, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
I
then
did
didn't
one
get
day at the
fucked.
beginning of 8th grade, wore some tight jeans, got like a shirt. My friends roasted the shit out of me, and I was like,
Aw.
back to being gay.
Totally.
I'm getting bullied for presenting as straight.
Because it wasn't authentically me.
Yeah.
And
it's
that,
true.
yeah. That's like one of my, I think that's my greatest strength and my biggest flaw throughout my life.
Is what?
I cannot not authentically be me at all times.
Bravo.
Yeah.
It's really, it sucks because people will hate you for it, but they also really like you too.
Yeah.
What
Which
was
is
your
nice.
relationship like with asking your parents to buy you boys' clothes? Were you
Oh,
wearing
clothes were a mess. I was just constantly trying to find girls' clothes that made me feel like okay. And it just resulted in like super, super baggy, like over jeans that were too big for me
Right.
and like big shirts. And I never threw things away because I felt like I couldn't.
get more?
This is targeted.
Yeah, I heard the pointed.
And it wasn't until like, honestly, 5 years ago that I finally was able to like dress myself in a way that felt
Wow.
like euphoric to my sexuality.
Isn't it amazing the impact it has?
Huge.
If you're like
Instantly, I was so much hotter. It's crazy. And honestly, I owe
So
it to
true.
an ex-girlfriend. She really helped me.
yeah,
it was a
an
super-
ex-girlfriend helped me too.
Yeah, it was
Cheers
a
to
super
them.
fucked up relationship, but she fixed my eyebrows, man, and I will never be the same. And to her, I'm
amazing.
grateful for eternity.
Love
you
that.
have great eyebrows.
Oh, thank you. I like don't even do them anymore.
Yeah.
Because my ex-girlfriend used to do them.
I do mine now. I've got it down.
Yeah, I just don't want to go get them like waxed or threaded all the time. I
Yeah.
just want to like.
I just tweeze mine, but you
They-
got a lot
they
of
look
you got a
perfect
lot
how
of
they
brow.
are.
You got
I got a lot going on here.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember being ashamed to ask we would go into like Abercrombie and I would be like on the boys' side of the store.
I got some boy shirts now and then.
But I didn't know how to like broach
Hot
that
Topic.
with my
Hot
mom.
Topic was a big one.
Hot Topic was bad.
Yeah.
You wanted to go there or you were there?
I was there.
Oh shit, girl.
I was awful.
Hot
'Cause
Topic. I was scared of that store.
graphic-
The lights
It
were
was
off. It
scary.
was like, warning, 18-year-old to enter fucking Hot fucking Topic. I was like, please calm down. I want to go back to Limited too. This is scary. I'm going to get like gangbanged in Hot Topic.
I tried to get my brother.
Like blackout lights, blackout shades.
I tried to get my
sarcastic T-shirts.
Hot
It's
Topic.
just graphic tees would be like,
No,
don't
there's
fucking...
a lot. There's a weird things in there.
Yeah.
just,
I would be
like,
like, Mom, can we
spiky-
go into Spencer Gifts? Spencer
Yes.
Gifts, remember that?
That
Yeah.
was a foul store.
That was like
but really
the equivalent
funny.
of a sex shop for a 12-year-old.
Yes. You like squeeze the little man and a poop comes out of his ass.
Yeah. It was so raunchy.
But I
Alright.
remember going in a Hot Topic. I was trying to buy some band shirts for my brother one Christmas. And I was like, fuck, everyone who works here has like so many piercings on their face that I'm afraid to look at them. I was a little kid, you know, it was
Yeah,
intimidating.
I just wanted the
Yeah.
shirts with the sarcasm on them.
Yeah.
It just to distract attention from the fact that it was neither a boy's shirt nor a girl's shirt. It was a mentally unstable person's shirt. That's why I was...
Okay, you know what shirt I saw today was like, you know how the eye chart and it begins with E or whatever?
Yeah.
So I was looking at this guy's shirt literally right before I got here. And it started with the E in the form of the eye chart. And I realized that it said Epstein didn't kill himself. And I was like, you are 35. You definitely got this at Hot Topic. What are you doing?
Listener, I have a lot of ex-girlfriends. That's just what it is. And I know for a fact, at least one of them still uses my Hulu, and I may or may not be using their parents' Netflix account. Wouldn't it be great if you had something that could keep track of all of your subscriptions to make sure that no one is stealing content, precious content that you are paying for? Well, this exists, listener. It's Truebill. I am an actual Truebill user. I was before we started partnering with them. Truebill is the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel all your unwanted subscriptions in just one tap, and your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. As I said, I am a Truebill user. I was before they reached out to the podcast. It's so easy to use and it has saved me so much money. Truebill has over 2 million users and helps save them over $100 million, like Matthew B., who says, in a matter of seconds, I saved $660 for the year on my DirecTV bill, saved $120 for the year on my SiriusXM bill, and saved $840 a year on car insurance. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/Ashley. Go right now to truebill.com/Ashley. It could save you thousands a year. One more time, truebill.com/Ashley. You will not regret it, listener. It's good stuff.
All right, you want to do gay sex stories?
Yeah, let's
I'll
do
be
it.
quick with mine. I've been talking about like how I'm going through a tough time right now, and I feel like I don't want the. Do you feel like the vibe of the pod has been negative?
No,
I'm super
Yeah.
insecure.
Don't be. I feel like
generally,
I think you've been honest that you're in a bad place, and I think that is appreciated. Yeah.
I'm okay. I want everyone to know I'm okay, and I've definitely gotten out through the worst of it. But like, I spiraled out on this cruise. Like, I was really unhappy, and then I refocused on my happiness activities, and they helped so much.
good.
Yeah. So I'm so grateful for that course. But I just kind of like I hired a cleaning lady to clean
Oh, nice.
my apartment just so that I could have more time to focus on my work. I've never hired someone to clean my apartment before.
Yeah, me neither.
And she came over and cleaning lady, is that the right term? Like,
Yeah.
I don't even fucking
think
know.
so.
Cleaning person.
Cleaning person.
Professional cleaning service. Hired her. She came in and she was cleaning my bathroom and I was working. And in that moment, I was like, oh my God, to hear someone else in my apartment like doing an activity while I'm working
It made you sad.
made me so sad.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Sorry.
Oh,
Because like I'm
because you're lonely.
lonely.
Wow, I didn't know you felt that way.
Yeah.
Aw,
Oh.
And it's not even like the cleaning. Oh my God.
I know.
It's not even like the cleaning. I don't need a woman to come over and clean.
That just
It was like
brought
you
a
were-
tear to my eye, knowing that they know their place.
You,
She's like, she's in the kitchen.
She was in the kitchen and I just felt, wow, I'm at home.
You were doing your work. She was doing her work, both kind of like independently, but intimately sharing a space.
Yeah. And I was just like, damn, I am like 100% ready for a partner. Yeah. No question.
That's what I was saying when I feel like
you're beautiful.
Your pre-dating is like, this is about to happen for you.
Yeah. And
you're ripe for it.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to be a really great partner.
Yeah.
But because this is the way I'm feeling, like my hookups feel totally different. Like I want to have sex, like like that's something that I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
But like because I'm craving intimacy, I'm trying to get the intimacy. I'm trying to like hook up with people and have fun, but they're not my wife. Yeah. Every hookup, I'm like, you're not my fucking wife.
Right.
But to be fair, it would be weirder if they came in and you were like, okay, for the next 60 minutes, you're my wife.
Put on these gloves, queen my bathroom.
How are you meeting people?
I met the girl that I was going to very quickly talk about. I met after a show.
Yeah.
Which I don't usually do, but she was super sweet and funny. And I thought I could get this level of intimacy with her.
Wife level?
30,
this could be a marriage.
30 years of marriage in one night.
Yeah.
And I had a great time with her.
Yeah.
And I really opened myself up to her and told her a lot of things.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, I was just like, it's just not possible to have like the connection that I'm looking for.
Well, it's one date.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to give it some time.
What's wrong with me?
Nothing's wrong with you. You just are so ready for it.
I'm so eager.
But let it come to you.
Yeah.
You have to just keep showing up as you. This is always how it works, right? When you're on the hunt for it and you're so hungry and you're searching and you're looking, it's not going to come that way when you're grabbing for it.
Well, fortunately, I'm so busy that I really don't have much of a choice. I'm not like actively super dating. And I've said to Kate, like, I think I'm going to meet this person in person. I watched back the Casey episode and I was like, Casey's my wife for sure, but she just doesn't know it yet.
Was that a guest on the show?
Yeah. We had a date scheduled and then she closed up her
relationship. I should have left the room. It was like,
she's wonderful. She's
I
like,
couldn't.
Wait, and then she closed her relationship?
Yeah, the day before our date.
So she was open?
Yeah.
Oh, so she's not your person.
No, she's not.
She's my wife.
No, here's what I think it is sometimes, and you can cut this or you can tell me to fuck off. Okay. I think sometimes you'll have like an electric connection with someone that feels that way because you're one, attracted to them, and two, they're like similar to you, kind of have that intimacy ready right under the surface. Mm-hmm. And it'll be this kind of like fiery thing, and you've literally said multiple times, this is my wife.
Well, I'm messing around. I'm just
joking. You're joking around, but I think you're generally enjoying that connection.
Of course. I love connecting with people. That's why I love doing this.
Right.
Why I love doing crowd work. I love connecting with people.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
feel
think
the same.
I think it'll be interesting to see if you do feel that way about the person who ends up becoming your wife. If it is an instant thing where you text me and say, my life is over. This girl's so hot. She makes me want to punch myself in the face.
Well, with Jen, it was a very slow burn.
Right.
And it was such a healthy relationship.
So it could be like that again. So it's
of course. Yeah. The point is,
I have another thought.
Yes.
Okay, I have another thought.
This is a weird episode.
I think are you even gonna air this?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
It's you.
I think though that you're not seeing the bigger picture here.
Okay.
And I think there's a key element that you're missing.
Okay. I'll bring it up in my crystal reading.
I think your last time that you were in a relationship, you were in a different tier of success. I think you're rising to the next kind of level.
That's so nice to say.
No, I'm serious. This is not a joke. This is taken from me. I'm on NBC. This is
all of NBC.
The next tier of success, and I think you're gonna have like big doors opening for a whole different market of people you can date now. I'm serious about that.
All right, I guess we're going to partially talk about it. There's something truly horrifying about that to me.
What?
Like, oh my God, what is this episode?
Say your feelings.
Don't
be thinking about
because it's sort of like you in the underwear.
Yeah.
You can drag this episode to the trash if it feels bad.
Okay.
Just talk.
I think I know, like, I'm supposed to be with someone that meets me where I am.
Yeah.
And I hope Jen doesn't hear this and think like that I don't think she's the most wonderful person that I've ever met. I do. But she is fundamentally 8 years younger than I am. She has not even begun her explosive life things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
of course.
There's no way she can meet me where I am because we live in different time continuums.
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yes.
when I say this is not a judgment about Jen. I don't want anyone to think that. That being said, I think the person that I'm supposed to be with is like a really successful person who can give me everything that I can give them.
Yes.
I mean,
And it's so hard for me to admit that for some reason. I know the reason. Because like I've been the caretaker for everyone in my life.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for me to like pull back and be like, you know what? You don't need to date people that you are coaching, helping, parenting,
Yeah.
fixing. And I don't think Jen really fits into that description. So
No.
I really don't want, but that has been the theme.
age dynamic.
But
This
the age
is-
dynamic.
The age
the
dynamic
age dynamic.
forced it into the relationship that was otherwise healthy.
Yes.
This has nothing
Yeah.
to do with. This is
Yeah.
your story and
Exactly.
So, yeah. And it's like truly, this is what it is. This is my crystal healing. It is truly terrifying to back up and be like, you don't have to date someone that you are fixing the way that you held your family together.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
with my mom and helping my little sister.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be my life.
Right.
So that's why it's so scary to be like, I'm going to hold off and wait for someone who meets me where I am, who brings the level of care and has the capabilities that I have in a relationship.
I mean, yeah, that's the biggest, brightest light that I see when you talk about your relationships. I mean, your career, the last few years, I know you hate talking about you're going to get uncomfortable, you're going on fast forward. Has changed so much.
It's dramatic.
You have exploded. Whatever, they can hear it. They're listening. They fucking bought this. so
Listener, I love you so much and it's all you and I appreciate you.
So live in that space. You're successful. You're going to meet people who are equally engaged in what they're doing and who are successful and who are growing. And that energy, like romantically, professionally, that will be momentum that you just can't stop.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a fan who wants to catch a finger after a show.
Oh,
It won't be this. It will be someone who has a house, maybe. Is that bad to say? Is that bad to say?
I'm searching for something on the soundboard to hit, and I can't think of anything.
Is that bad to say? Isn't this true? Isn't this life?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
But if you're listening, I would love to catch a finger. Listener, if you're feeling like a finger is just being thrust in your direction, pull out your baseball mitt of a pussy and catch this finger. Yo, wow, I didn't expect this to be so vulnerable.
I totally, the timeline thing, I almost started to cry a little because I get that. My girlfriend is 8 years older than me. And,
Oh my God, exact opposites.
And I love her to death.
Jen
I
was
love her
8
more
years
than
younger than
anything.
me.
She wants to have a baby.
Yeah,
Like
I want
tomorrow.
That's
Oh, wow.
that's another thing I've been weeping about. All my friends have 2 children. And now that I finally have some financial stability because of patreon.com/WHGS. But because I have because I have dedicated my 7 years, 10 years, honestly, to this.
Yeah.
And now that I have financial stability, that I'm saving, that I can hire an employee, I thought, oh my God, I want to have a baby.
Tier number 4, freeze Ashley's eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to have
And
a
I wept thinking,
Oh my God.
I am so ready.
Ashley, you are so not even you are not in a sad place. This is where you're bursting out of your fucking cocoon, dude.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Change
Okay.
is painful. Pain is changeful. You're
Wow, wow, did you come up with that? Is that from an Instagram swipe through?
No, this is you're exploding. These are growing pains.
Yeah.
That is so fucking beautiful. This is not bad.
But go on, your 8-year relationship, because this is your gay sex.
8-year
gay sex.
relationship, and yeah, I don't know what to do because I can't imagine.
You're with her today?
I'm with her today. I love
Uh-oh.
her more than anything.
Yeah.
She is emotionally evolved. She's committed to herself. A million great qualities. She wants to have a baby so soon. I've never thought about myself having a baby so soon. I thought maybe in 10 years.
You're 29?
28. I thought maybe in 10 years I would have a baby.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to both have really uncomfortable timelines if we make it work.
Yeah.
At least I'm not 8 years behind. At least I'm not 24. I could never do anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's really frightening. And it's one of these things that like you can't change. You're right. It's like they're living in an alternate reality.
Yes.
It's like a parallel universe.
And it has nothing to do with how great you are or how great they are.
Right.
You two are just not on the same timeline.
Yeah. I've been trying to do jokes about it.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, Allie, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's not good.
I know. It's not good. But
Well,
no, I mean, look, if she freezes her eggs, which she's going to do.
Yeah, she'd have to freeze
And if
it.
I freeze my eggs and I have kids earlier and she has kids a little later than she wants, then we can make it work.
There is a place in the middle to be met there.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just in a lot of pain.
No, I'm in a lot of no.
And I'm like, you guys should break up, probably.
No, I can't. I can't. She's the most. Don't be fucking rude. You have Courtney.
We have everybody.
Don't be fucking rude. You know, you're making me think of. There's this program I'm doing. Did I tell you about this? Atlas.
I think so. Yeah.
I think you should do it.
Okay.
I'll send it to you offline.
This episode is so culty and like girls burning sage.
People are gonna like it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why would they not like you being honest? They just want more of you.
Yeah. I think when I get tired and insecure, I take it out on myself. So
Sounds
every
like it.
episode, I'm like, is this good enough? Did I fuck up here? Is this unrelatable? Because talking about feeling like you're having a successful period as a comedian
It's not
is like
relatable.
fundamentally unrelatable. Do you put yourself down on stage? Like, do you just self-deprecate?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, oh, I hate myself. No,
Oh, I am.
I just have like a jaded perspective on the world. I think.
Right.
More
Yeah.
so. I'm like, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that. I'm not like,
Yeah.
and I'm a fucking idiot. That doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think that's funny when I say it about myself.
Well, you're so clearly not a fucking idiot. I think with my backwards hat, I think I bring in some fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Did you have gay sex this week?
Yeah, I did have gay sex this week.
That's cool.
I had gay sex a few days ago. Am I talking? It was weird. I'm just talking about my sex with my girlfriend.
You can talk about anything.
You can talk about anything you want.
Anytime I had gay sex?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Or anything
or any
gay.
like
We're
dating
already doing it.
story
We're
or-
talking about I just don't know if you came in wanting to talk about your age difference.
Oh yeah, talk my age difference. You know what? Something I learned is I never like I always had an interesting relationships with strap-ons.
Mm-hmm.
In my gay relationships, you know, some women I date like love them and some hate them.
Yeah.
And I have like such a polarizing relationship with a strap-on where it feels like super good to fuck something,
Yeah.
but then I'm also like, God damn, I can't feel this. I feel like this
I-
episode
yeah,
I'm like
yeah,
coming
yeah.
out as trans.
I prefer receiving with this. I don't have a lot of strap-on sex. I've hardly had any, but the very limited that I've had, I actually preferred receiving because I could at least feel what was going on.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
tough.
using my fingers. Nothing gives me such joy. I love fingering. Yes, catch my fingers at a show,
Yeah.
after a show, during
I feel
a
like
show.
this is such a weird take on like you're gonna catch these hands. It's like, you're gonna catch these two, maybe 3 fingers.
Yeah, because I can feel everything.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
I'm trying to think of a particular story. What can you share a story?
Yeah, we can go to Kate if you want.
Yeah, sure.
I want to. What is the type of stories?
Well,
we
first
share?
I want to say something.
Well,
What am I gonna say? I fucked her and I loved her. I stayed with her. Oh yeah, she's listening right now.
We've
been fucking for a year. We're gonna fuck some more.
It wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst, but we love each other very much, and each time we build intimacy.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best of times. It wasn't the worst. Of
We were
times.
both 85% present. It was right before Squid Games. We're gonna do it some more. I don't know.
Well, I was the idea of like, oh, I can't feel this. I've been like trying to think about like my sexual life and how it relates to my gender, and I don't how do I put this into words? I like just realized it this morning, so it might be too soon to try to say this. But it's like when I what
You realized it I made eggs before you got here. I'm like whipping up eggs in front
And
of
I'm like,
Kate.
everyone's having a breakdown.
Bazinga! I mean Eureka. Why did I say Bazinga?
What's bazinga?
Bazinga's from the Big Bang Theory. It's like Bazinga. Oh, I want to fuck like young Sheldon. No, Eureka. I had
You
a
want to
Eureka
fuck
moment.
like young Sheldon, like you're trapped in Indiana and you're too smart.
No, just like I have a little pink bow tie and a comb over.
Oh god.
No, I realized that I can feel sexual pleasure in my body, but my sexual desire is with a body that I don't have.
What does that mean?
It's like when I imagine
Yeah.
things, I'm imagining a body that I don't have. And,
Yeah,
but when I'm feeling things, I'm feeling it
Of course.
physically. But
Because you have a nervous system.
Yeah, but the disconnect.
Like the fantasy?
Yeah, I would love to be able to have strap-on sex and feel it. And so if I'm like fantasizing about that, it's so disconnected from like what I'm actually feeling. Does that make sense?
I think I understand a little.
You tripping?
It's like
Is
Yes,
it like
I'm
is it
tripping,
like the
dude.
disconnect between like porn and like your sex life? Like this is a fantasy and like I'm getting turned on by this, or is it
No, I'm scared of porn, so I don't really watch it. But it's like I don't know how to be like not graphic about it.
You can be graphic.
Like if I'm imagining having like a dick
Yeah.
and I'm feeling like my clit is feeling good in real life and I'm coming in real life.
Yes.
But in my mind, my
Yes.
dick is like jizzing.
Yeah.
The disconnect between there keeps me from feeling like
Full?
total and full satisfaction and like full body and mind pleasure that I think I used to have before I started having those thoughts.
Yeah.
I've had experiences like that where you have. I think those experiences are like natural. Like I
Yeah.
think there's pain. I think there's pain in being in what it means to be the same sex as your partner, and I think there's pain in what it means to be the different sex than your partner and not know what it is to be a woman, not know what it is to be a man, whatever
Right.
those things mean. Like I think that I think that's just a full-bodied sexual experience of like is
Yeah,
that-
I am so comfortable in my body, but there are still moments where I would be like, it'd be kind of cool to have a dick and fuck someone with it now and then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not a perfect.
to strap on a penis with full real skin and nervous.
I wouldn't want it all the time.
nerves.
I mean, that's like the main point of like grievance that
Right.
I feel is that you don't have a sex organ that you can put inside of your partner.
Yeah.
Or my partner can put inside of me. Scissoring, I understand, is a thing for some people. Has that ever been a real thing for you where you scissor and you feel that?
Ashley
Trip.
likes it.
I'm a big tripper.
You're a big, I'm sorry?
Oh, you don't know?
What is that? A tripper?
Tripper.
What is that?
Like proper scissoring.
You proper scissor? I've never been able to successfully scissor.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Can you show me after the podcast? How is that you're able to do that?
Dude, my
You just, like,
favorite
rub
sexual.
up on-
I've tried that a bunch of times. It doesn't do much for me as much as other things.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's not for everybody.
It could just be foreplay, you know?
Yeah.
It can be a finisher or foreplay.
Oh, yeah,
feel
but
like.
it can for me like oh my I fucking love it.
Really?
So much. Yeah.
And you come from that?
Yeah. My
Wow.
like favorite sexual position. This is a graphic episode. My favorite sexual position is to have a girl's butt on me and I can come like that.
You can come from her butt rubbing on your clit?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
It's so cool.
Here's my question. You're on the bottom there
That's
and she's on
fucking
top.
awesome.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. She's doing all the work.
Mine's reverse.
I can do vibrator, girlfriend on vibrator.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I
That's
come
like
from that.
that's
Same
a
thing.
version. That's a version of it.
Oh, sorry.
I would call that a form of
Fibbing.
tribbing. Fibbing.
What is the term you're using?
Tribbing.
What does that mean?
It's from the term tribadism. Tribadism.
I don't know.
Listener, write in and
That's
educate
like-
me. I don't know what I'm talking
Like
about.
how masturbation used to be called onanism or something. I learned about that in an English class. Sounds counterintuitive, but
No, that's where you learn this stuff. English class.
you know what? So it was a book about
Chapter 2, To Kill a Mockingbird. Slaughterhouse 5.
No, for
It
real.
ends
Like
with tribbing.
they don't mention it when you do it in middle school, but then you go back and you reread the book and you're like, this kid like humped a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was
community
in
with
college, so this
nature.
was like a little later, but
Right.
the whole class was about how when the novel was coming to be, it was bringing these kind of like dangerous ideas to the populace that knew how to read.
Mhm.
And a lot of it was like sex based, obviously, because
course.
people have been sex freaks for all of time, but it was like not that wasn't public. And the novel was kind of like making this kind of shit public. And so we were learning about this book, and there was this like innuendo about a dog, and they were like, this is actually present in art history as well. And there's this trope of like a wealthy girl holding her little dog
Yeah.
above her, and the idea is that the dog gets happy and wags its tail on her clit.
The lengths that we will go to hide our masturbation.
Yes.
From ourselves.
Truly.
But so that's where I learned the word onanism, because it was the whole thing like, little boys, don't do this, you're gonna go blind and God's gonna hate you. Like
Yeah.
what school did you go to? It was a whole thing.
I was just it was college. It was like
Where did you go to college?
I went to Amherst.
It's a very
yeah.
Amherst thing to do.
Yeah.
Bryn Mawr too. But at Bryn Mawr, everyone's like, okay, go home and try it. That was the difference. Try it on each other. Try it in public. You fucking try all this. What a weird episode this has been so far. But I love tripping so much. And I recommend it to everybody. I like also like a girl.
I love how you're like saying your so sincere and appreciated emotions, like your deepest self, and Allie's giving you these beautiful feedback on it, and you're like, is this a bad episode? And then you just we're like, no, it's beautiful, and then you immediately go into an infomercial from Tribbing and be like, this is the stuff, this is gold.
1-800-TRIBBING. It lines up. That's what it is. But
3
yeah,
payments of.
But for some people it doesn't work. I find like I make it work.
That's amazing. Sometimes I've watched, well, this only happened recently. I watched lesbian porn, and I don't ever watch lesbian porn. I talked about this on my podcast because I'm like it doesn't turn me on. But I was
Jellyfield girls.
oh yes, I saw that on your thing.
Yeah, they're great.
So I started
They're so
following
cool.
them.
They're cool.
But their porn is on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay for that.
That was like our whole thing that episode. It was like pay for your porn.
Here's why, listener, you might want to consider paying for your porn.
Oh, because it's like ethical then.
Ethical and it's a real partner.
But
and
I
they
don't
work
watch
hard.
women in porn, so I don't support it.
Yeah, right.
I only care about if men are getting violated. I don't care. That feels like evolutionary payback karma.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, am I gonna get canceled?
No.
It's funny.
I'm just like trying to.
Sorry, pay for your porn.
Well, thank you for being such a good friend to me, both of you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry I made this episode like all about me.
No.
No,
you got some
I
good
feel
nuggets
bad
in
that
there.
I feel like I
Also, when are you gonna transition?
Wait, you're transitioning?
I don't know. We'll see.
Didn't you just hear them? Honestly, him. I'm going with him from now on.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, you want to then do it.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Well, so
It's
part
totally up to you, but I will be jump starting this.
No, because maybe me commiserating with you on that felt reductive of your experience.
Not at all.
Listen, if it's really to the point where you can't enjoy sex, of course.
And I still
transition.
can. I think it's just like I'm realizing that there's a disconnect there, which is so confusing because physically I feel very lucky to have the orgasms that I'm having.
But bodies are bodies. Like your body is gonna feel
and
sensations.
I want to say that didn't feel reductive at all. I feel like really anyone of any like gender or sexuality can feel any kind of way about their body or the body they wish they had.
Of course. And that's why I feel totally comfortable being like, yeah, like
I want a dick sometimes.
like, and it's
Yeah.
it's not something that I want all the time. I just
Yeah.
think it would be. When I was in high school, we did this like thing in like a peer leadership program. I was like a peer leader. I'm a camp counselor in every way.
Hey,
and
you really are.
and we did this thing where like we could like bid fake money on different like valuable experiences. And I was the only person in my whole. This is how scared people are of gender and sexuality. I was the only person in my whole class that was like, yeah, I would pay money to spend a day as the other gender. Are you kidding me?
wow.
Wait,
nobody
why was that a
else?
thing they were
Nobody
auctioning?
else. Because it was other things. It was like you could have like a sleep machine or an experience machine.
And it was
or-
like a day as the other gender?
you don't actually do it. It's like, how would you spend your
Like a
fake money on these different experiences?
Philosophy exercise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
philosophical exercise.
I feel like that's something that kids talk about anyway. Like when puberty hits, guys are like, I want a day with boobies. Like
yeah, it just seems like duh. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's what this podcast is about. Like, it's about talking about these things in a way that doesn't necessarily put labels on.
yeah.
Yes.
But when I hear you talk about it,
Yeah.
it feels so fundamentally different than me being like, be cool to have a dick, like now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But both are valid.
but both are valid.
We'll see.
We'll have to talk more after the episode. I'm
To be
so
continued.
curious.
Well, we could also just finalize the decision right now.
Well,
No,
I'm always saying we should
I'm
have
not
a
trying to
national
pressure.
vote.
I'm not trying to pressure
How
Kate.
long has this been a thing?
It's this hard thing because like I didn't realize that I was queer for a long time.
Yeah.
I think partly because I was attracted to boys, so it wasn't like
Yeah,
you had this feeling of like trying to be attracted to boys and not being able to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
hit
like
me.
I was like I was like, oh, I'll try to be attracted to boys. And I was. So it wasn't until later that I was like, oh, and also girls. And then I look back at my life and I'm like, come on. The fucking zip off cargo shorts. Like, of course. Like, there are so many moments where I'm like, oh, like that was a queer moment. And so I have the same thing where like my first conscious thought was probably in 2012. But then I look back at my childhood and I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe there were moments.
Yeah.
But I just don't know.
Of gender.
Yeah.
And what was like those early what were those early moments?
This is why it's so fun to have podcasters here. They pod you. You're getting potted.
I'm
I hope you don't feel glossed
power
over as a
bottoming
guest.
No, I don't feel that. I feel bad because I think I might have derailed it in a way that you don't like.
No,
No.
not at all.
No, I don't give a fuck. All I care about is that it's excellent content on the topic
I'm
that
just
we.
curious. I think it's a really
Yeah.
interesting, compelling, important thing.
I think I might have. I don't know if I talked about it on this or a different podcast, but
What the fuck, Kate?
sorry,
Fuck you.
there was this. You can tell me if I've already mentioned it to you. There was this moment when I was like maybe 4, playing with my brother and my 2 boy neighbors, and they were taking their shirts off and running down the hill, and I did as well.
Yeah.
And the oldest kid was like, "She can't do that," and like
Yeah.
obviously a 4-year-old of any
So
gender should be
stupid.
able to take their shirt off in
Yeah.
public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously here in New York, anyone is allowed to take their top off per the law.
Listener,
Take your top off.
take your top off.
But it was like this moment where, and it's hard to detangle the realizations from each other, because one of them is like, oh, I have
Yes.
this like feminine body that's not allowed in society, like that's a thing of like sexism and patriarchy. But at the same time it was like, wait, I'm not just the same as you guys,
Yeah.
which is maybe a little more specific
Yeah.
realization. And then when we were talking earlier about like how we like you wanted to be like a the vagrant,
Yeah.
and you wanted to be the Holes boys. It's like I said one time to be funny, we were on the bus and we were talking about what we wanted to be when we grow up, and we started saying like joke answers,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
and I was like, well, let's see, what I'm gonna be when I'm old is an old woman, so wouldn't it be funny if I said the opposite? It's just like basic irony. I was like, what, like 10? It's not a great joke, but what I said was, when I'm old I want to be a little boy, because it's like, oh, I'm gonna be an old woman, like I'll be a little boy.
Yeah.
And this kid looked at me and was like, that's messed up. And I
Well,
remember
fuck that kid, but I
Is
do
this
actually
the same
think
fucking kid that told you the thing about the shirt? Fuck this fucking kid.
no, this kid was way worse.
Full
This
looking
kid,
like straight pride club.
yeah, this kid is just running around.
this kid got his comeuppance later. He was a huge dick. And one time he antagonized a guy by kicking the front of his car, and the kid just drove forward and broke his leg.
Jesus.
And everyone was like, no one felt bad for him, because everyone was like, you fucking deserved it. You've been torturing everyone for the past 12 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, I felt this deep shame when he was like, that's messed up. And I don't think that the shame would have been as deep if it had
I was
purely
gonna
been
say
a
that.
joke.
I was going to say
And
that.
I didn't like kind of mean
I
it.
also think the joke has significant meaning.
Yeah.
Whenever I reflect on my own like gender play, it's always in my mind. I always knew it had to do with women. Like, even though I wanted to be free and stuff like that, in my head I was like, at the end of the day, this is because I want to fuck chicks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It always had that attachment in the back of my mind.
Me too, as well.
Interesting.
But I think yours sounds so much more pure.
Right.
I
Well,
don't know.
I have two. Well, yeah.
We have to go.
We have to
Oh,
stop.
okay.
The podcast is over.
But
But good luck, honey.
it's like the end of this is literally the end of a therapy session. Our time is up.
Sorry, our time is up. But best to you.
Our time is up. I gotta go get my heart washed with crystals.
I'll see you next week. Just write down your thoughts if you have any. No, Kate, I think you're exploring.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Hopefully I'll find my wife. Hopefully you'll freeze your eggs.
Yeah. We all have a lot to do.
We all have a lot to do.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, say your
Oh,
plugs.
wait,
Butt
plugs.
I'm at Ali Kolbert. I'm at Ali Kolbert if you want more of this shit.
I'm on Allie's podcast. Go listen to it.
Yeah. Instagram, Ali Kolbert.
Ali is very
TikTok. Give me some of you fucking 600,000 of you. Give me 10. I'll take 10.
Listener, we are trying to raise 10 followers in the next hour. Go to @Ali Kolbert. Follow her right now. You will get a free tote bag with every follow. I thought the tote bag joke was going to get more.
I giggled.
Thanks. The Gay Thought this week brought to you by the Patreon. One more time, patreon.com/WHGS. Keep this going. Keep Alex employed. If you thought your dollar didn't matter anymore, it now matters more than ever because I'm on the hook to pay a salary. Patreon.com/WHGS. Here's your Gay Thought, listener. I loved the re-release of Taylor's new album. I love the 10-minute All Too Well, and I'm not shitting on it. But I always think it's a little bit funny when straight people think they have relationship drama. I'm sorry. You think you have relationship drama? One of you isn't hiding their entire life from their family for fear of getting kicked out of their home. You don't know relationship drama straight. Oh my God, he's into someone else. What about hiding your identity from the entire world? That's relationship drama, you weak little fuck. You weak little bitch. All right, I'm obviously having a time here. You know what's so nice? It's liberating knowing I'm just going to record this. Leave it in its like unedited form and just send it to Alex and be like, you deal with this. You have to get all the hiccups and little blips out of there. All right. Have a great week, guys.